CAClive.com. I am Dan Bush, Professor of Recording Engineering at Central Arizona College. Joe C. is here as usual, of course. Joe, how you doing?
Good, I like that. Professor Bush.
Yes, it makes my head grow bigger. Those people watching live right now
I should put like an alien head on you right there, huh?
Yes.
Nice.
Joe, it's been a while.
It has. It's good to see you.
Good to be back. Good to see, what's the dog's name?
Crispy.
Crispy may jump in here every now and then. So there.
He's a studio boy.
Yep, there he is. So for those of you, we're going to take calls this hour. So if you want to call in and ask questions, you can call 480-745-1033. And as always, we are broadcasting from Santan Valley, Arizona, across the country and across the world as well. And we have a special show. Tom D. Camillo is not here. He's going to be back next week with APS representatives who are going to be presenting a giant check to Central Arizona College to help fund the summer STEM camps for middle school and high school students. So that'll be a great show.
That's awesome.
Tom will be on the air after this show, though, for the Pac West show. So he'll be calling in. So those of you who need to get your Tom D. Camillo fix this week, fear not, he will be here for the Pac West show.
Fear not.
Yes. But we have a very special guest here today. I don't want to blab too much because I want to give Alejandro Pelayo a lot of time to talk because he is a EIT student, EIT standing for Entertainment Industry Technology Program at Central Arizona College. And he has gone through the recording engineering program. He's in his final stages here in
Imagine
the
that.
spring
I
semester.
can't even get my Pro Tools to load into my computer. What's going on?
You got to take my class, Joe. You got to sign up. We got to get you in there. But Alejandro has just finished his recording capstone project. He has a full-length 10-song album, fresh, hot off the press. And it hasn't even been manufactured yet, but you guys are going to get a sneak peek of some of those tracks today. And how would you describe your music, Alejandro?
Probably rap, definitely gangster rap. No, I'm just kidding. Probably pop rock, just to keep it safe. I mean, there's a little bit of everything, but
did you sing and play the instruments and do the whole thing, or what?
Yeah, absolutely. Mastered, engineered. I played every instrument, wrote every lyric
at the same time.
He's like an octopus.
At the same time,
he played it all at the same time. Yep.
Squid.
They call him the Octopus Man.
Yeah, it's one of those like traveling bands where you wear all of the
instruments. I saw he had the harmonica thing on when he came in.
Yeah, and he had the accordion, and then he had bells on his toes.
He just had all these metal brackets coming off him.
Yep. He,
awesome.
I would even say there's a little bit of a pop country crossover in there
definitely.
too. So it's really catchy. It's good music, well crafted. He's a very talented young man, and we're going to talk to him about his music career thus far and his experience at Central Arizona College going through the EIT program. But first, is it okay if we play a song?
Yeah, we need to give people a taste.
We got to let them know what we're going to hear. Let's go ahead and play track one. It's. Do you want to tell us a little bit about this song before we jump into your interview?
Yeah, definitely. This one is called "I Can Still Roll One." And
I can still roll one?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. Despite what hardships you might go through, you still have your thing, whatever your thing is, and that's what this song is about.
Sounds like a good song.
Yeah.
All right. So I Can Still Roll One, debut radio performance of. Do you have an album name yet?
Synchronicity.
Yeah,
and I'll tell
Just
a story
like
about
the Police.
Okay. Yes.
Nice.
Great. Well, we'll cue that up here. And
where's I Can Still Roll One? Come on. Where is it? When does it come in? Does it come in soon?
Number one, yeah, definitely.
Well, why don't you talk to us a little bit about the songwriting process while Joe gets that queued up? I see it's playing, but I don't know if the input's set right.
I was having a conversation the other day with a friend actually, and he was arguing that lyrics always come first, and I'm always a music first guy, and lyrics second. And after writing this album, I can see it can go both ways.
Okay. So this song, did you write lyrics first or lyrics second? For
music first. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wrote all the music first, played every instrument first, but I had an idea of what I wanted to do in terms of melody, in terms of lyrics.
Right.
And if you have a line that you really want to get out there and you really want to put on the song, you write it down and you save it and you fit it in somehow.
Right.
But,
you just adjust syllables and to get it. Yeah.
Thank God you're here today because I don't know what's wrong with it. It's not working. What's up with that?
Maybe he gave me a blank CDR and it was just a big joke.
Is that what happened?
Yeah. Got you guys.
He just wanted to say I can still roll one.
Yeah. I'm out.
Yeah. See you later. Thanks for the prank. Yeah. Punked. Anyway, I think what we'll do is let's just go ahead and I got a bunch of questions for you and a bunch of.
Well, when we
our
take a
viewers.
break, you can look at it real quick.
Oh, okay, we can do that.
Or whenever that may be.
All right. Well, let's.
Because I honestly don't know what's going on.
Well, let's jump into our break right now then, and
you want to do that?
Yeah, let's just go do that now.
That'd be better.
This show will be nothing without the music, so let's
Got
get
to
that
have
going.
the music.
All right.
All right, here we go.
As a small business owner, you need to make every dollar count. Phone services are the first indication of quality your customers see in your business.
Get all the latest features at a great monthly cost that can save you money and project your business as a professional entity.
Call Zentris Communications at 1-877-ZENTRIS. That's 1-877-936-8727.
That's 1-877-936-8727.
Well, it's all good, I think. I think we can try it again.
Great. That was an easy fix.
Yeah, let's see what it is.
All right. I can still roll one.
I can still roll one. I got a little country already.
Yep. And we're back, the CAC Live Show on CAClive.com. That was the song I Can Still Roll One by
that
our
was
own
awesome.
Alejandro right here, as part of his entertainment industry technology capstone project, in which he created an all-original album. He did all of the songwriting, all the instrumentation, the recording, the
songwriting
producing,
too.
everything.
Wow.
He did it all himself. Recorded it, mastered it, did all the engineering, all by himself. About 4 hours ago is when he started this project.
Yeah.
And he got it all done.
Is that true?
No, it's not. It's
Okay, I'm like, wow, that's
more like
quick.
last night, but
It was 2 hours ago. Yeah. Got me.
So, Alejandro, why don't you start off by talking to us about what got you into music? What were your musical beginnings? What was your first instrument? What inspired you to pick it up, and kind of go from there?
I started playing electric guitar at 14, and that's what really got me going when I had an electric guitar, because it looks cool. But before that, I had I think I was like 9 years old. I got a huge mariachi acoustic guitar. It was
Nice.
twice my size, and I was never into it. It didn't look cool, you know?
Well,
But,
you had to have one of those giant hats.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I looked awesome.
Well,
It's
you were good then.
Yeah. But then I started playing trumpet when I was 10, and that really got me into
My son plays
music
the
theory.
trumpet.
Yeah?
Mhm.
That's awesome.
So, how old are you now?
20.
20.
Yeah, I've been
Wow.
playing guitar.
So you really played guitar for about
20.
6 years then?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
I was 14 when I started playing.
I did that quick math in my head.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
Yeah. And
So you started off on electric or acoustic?
I really started off on electric. I
Okay.
never played that acoustic guitar.
Okay.
And 2 years into it, I started writing songs.
Okay.
About 3 years into it, I started singing. And about a year ago, I learned how to auto-tune singing. So now my singing sounds all right. But no, I'm kidding, of course. But
Of course.
or am I? Yeah.
Yes. For those of you who don't know what autotune is, never mind.
I'm going to grab some calls real quick while
Okay.
you guys are chatting.
Yeah, sounds great. So, writing and performing, they're kind of two different beasts. And the reason I bring this up is because part of the EIT program, we have what's called a performance skills class. And I just want to shout out to a performance skills class who's watching right now today. And it's going to be a kind of a challenge for artists who are just used to being in the studio to get on stage and bring their performance to life. What are kind of the key differences that you've noticed performing live versus doing it in the studio?
They're absolutely different monsters, like completely. Spending 6 years playing guitar on the edge of my bed practicing and then getting on a stage, it's a game changer, you know. And now you have to play and move, and you have to perform, and you have to keep a smile and perform the same songs that you've been playing for a while and make it look like it's the first time you play them. So, it's different, man. It's completely different. And just because, I felt pretty comfortable in terms of songwriting, but the moment I got on stage, I was just...
The game changes.
Exactly.
Because on stage, you have to keep your audience entertained. You have to interact with them, and it's not just about the music anymore at that point. It's about the experience.
Yeah, and they know. Like, they know if you're not having a good time.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
That's the
they
hard
will
part.
reflect what you put out. They'll mirror it.
The
so.
moment you look out into the crowd and there's someone just, gazing at you like that, it's shocking.
Yeah, you got to bring it, and because it's live, you don't get the chance to fix the
Exactly.
mistakes as you go. Whereas you're
Exactly.
recording, you can do 10 different takes until
Yeah,
you get it right.
absolutely.
It's a different animal entirely.
Yeah.
So,
But the EIT program has definitely boosted my performance, in
good.
terms of performing, I'm more comfortable, and that's the biggest thing. Just
how many
being up
performance classes have you taken so far?
there. Three?
3 of them?
Yeah, I was on my third one last semester.
Oh, okay.
So
You're gonna take another one?
maybe.
All
yeah,
right.
maybe.
All right. I know the instructor. I got it good in with him.
Yeah,
so
he's a weird
yeah.
guy. Yeah.
So, talk to me a little bit about your songwriting process, because you mentioned you music first, lyrics second, and when I write my music, I go the same way because I find it's harder to go the other way around. But sometimes you have concepts in mind that you kind of want to design the music around, and then you just fill in the gaps later. But how do you do it? What inspires you to write what you write, and how does it all materialize once you get going?
For me, I feel comfortable starting off with a riff or just definitely I need some sort of beat or something musical to get me going, and then I build around that. I mean, there's writers that swear by writing music first, lyrics first, and then adding the music later. But I don't know, it's definitely not as easy for me doing that, taking that route. But definitely music first, and then lyrics second, and then just mixing them together and seeing what I get out of it.
Okay, so when you're actually going through the recording process, describe the recording process for people at home that might not know what that process is like. I mean, when you're recording a full band, it's different because you have different performers in the room, and you can either record simultaneously, or you can split them up into different isolation booths, and you layer them together. But when you're doing it yourself, it's kind of different because you're kind of running a board at the same time as you're playing a guitar. So describe that a little bit.
I was up and down the entire sessions. Yeah, I was up and down from the control room to the isolation booth, and moving amp knobs and everything, and it's kind of hectic when you're doing it alone, and especially when you don't have someone telling you I don't like that or I do like that, and you should leave it that way. That's a whole different ballgame too.
Right. Well, we had a caller or two, right?
We've had 3.
3 callers.
And you know what? People are not believing that you just did this, and
2 hours ago?
You're a student and you did this. As a matter of fact, Lauren from Queens, New York said, "Really great job. Are you really a touring artist? Come on, no way." She's like,
No.
Where do you get a disc? Seriously.
Well,
but
that's
I
a good
mean,
question.
this is the professor, Dan Bush, and you're the student, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And you wrote this, and you sang
Wrote
it, and you played all the instruments,
Every
and
single
you
one.
just
Yep.
you just tuned this in last night.
Yeah, making some final, finishing touches last night, but the whole recording process lasted about 3 months, and I just finished the whole album in about 3 months, and I have no touring experience whatsoever.
That's amazing. Thanks, Lauren.
Thank you, Lauren,
Thank
for
you,
listening.
New
I
York.
appreciate it.
And then we have Robert from Phoenix. He said, "How long does it take to get to that point?" He said that was really, really awesome.
That's up to you. I mean, in high school, I remember being 16 and just sitting on the edge of my bed on weekends and on weeknights.
I suppose if you have to learn to play the instruments, you're looking at a while longer.
Yeah, especially when you want to do it yourself. Like, you
Yeah.
got to learn every instrument. I mean,
Wow.
these songs without bass, they're not songs.
Right.
So I had to learn how to play bass. I had to learn how to play
Is that
drums.
true? They're not without bass? Not very good, huh?
Every bass player in America right now is saying, "That's true. That's absolutely
Every
true."
one of them.
Yes.
And
Because they're all listening.
Everyone,
Everyone is
everyone.
listening
I
to
know
the
that.
show
I know
right
that.
now.
yeah, but yeah, definitely, it takes a while if you want to do everything yourself, and it's hard finding members at this day and age that are really committed to doing it. So it's the easy route is learning how to do everything yourself.
Well, then there's the engineering side of it too, because
Yeah,
because you record. Not only did you write it and you performed it, you also recorded. So you had to know Pro Tools, you had to know how to mix, how to master, how to EQ, how to use compression, and all of that. And we teach all of that at Central
Definitely.
Arizona College as part of the EIT program. We have digital audio workstation courses, recording engineering classes. If you come in not knowing the first thing about how to make music, we will show you how to do that, and you're going to have a heck of a lot of fun doing it. And we're going to force it out of you. Alejandro, would you have done this album had I not made you do it?
No, I wouldn't have done it. But the day I walked into CAC, actually his first class, I had an album written. It was a metalcore album, and I remember I wrote it that summer before the semester. And all the red lines, which mean clipping, I now know that because I graduated. But I used to think it just meant rock and roll. Like, I was doing great. Like, that's awesome. Everything's
The more red, the more rock and
Turn
roll.
it to 11, and then everything's good. But I mean, I would have never been able to produce this the way it's produced without taking these courses.
Well, Raina from Kalispell, Montana said, "Great song. How do I get a copy? Love it."
It's going to be on iTunes in hopefully less than a month. Right now, there's really no way.
How do you get something on iTunes?
Well, you got to go through a publisher. I mean, there's
Oh,
other ways
do
of
you
doing it.
really?
Yeah, it's the easy route. Yeah, going through a publisher, and I happen to know a guy who owns his own publishing company. I think you
Nice.
guys had him.
Yeah, Matt Butcher, actually, who owns
Butch?
Butcher Records, LLC. He's also a Central Arizona College EIT student, and he's actually begun his own record company and music publishing company, and he's actually publishing other students' work through his label.
And he's one of your students?
And he is.
What's his publishing company name? Son of a Butch Records or something like that?
Well, he has Arizona City Sounds. He owns 3 companies that
Nice.
he started while part of the EIT program.
Yeah.
So, and he's doing very, very well.
Butcher. Shout out to Butcher.
Yeah, Matt. What's up? So let's go ahead and play. Do we have any other callers?
Yeah, let's
play another song. We're going to play track 2, and this is my favorite song off the entire CD. This one's going places, and it's called "Lying to Myself." And
Prepare yourself, you guys, for another great tune.
Yeah.
By Alejandro.
Trust myself with her now. Doesn't
And we are back. This is the CAC Live Show on CAClive.com, broadcasting live from Santan Valley, Arizona. And it is Thursday, January 17th, 2013, and we're taking calls and chats. If you want to call us, we're at 480-745-1033. And for those of you listening but not watching, you're missing quite the show here. I mean, we're an animated group of guys, and we got a dog running around. So,
Hey, turn that headset around there, buddy, because you're hitting a mic with the cord.
There you go.
There we go.
And so if you're on CAClive.com, just click on the live chat on the left side, and you'll be able to chat with us live. You can also click on Watch Live Radio Show, and you can see us in all of our animated glory. And you can chat with us right there, too. And we've got some people chatting right there. I'm going to shout out to Danny XX. Thanks for the comments. I appreciate it. Let's keep them coming. And so what was that we just listened to? Lying to Myself.
And by the way,
Yeah.
somebody out there jumping in says, hey, what group are you covering? So, Alejandro, tell them a little bit about yourself.
That's an original, by the way. Yeah, I wasn't covering anyone, but my name's Alejandro. I've been playing guitar for 6 years now. Yeah, and these are original songs that I'm playing on here, and
He wrote them all, played all the instruments,
Yeah,
produced them.
Produced them, recorded them, mastered them, mixed them, everything himself. As part of the EIT program, Entertainment Capstone Project that he did a 10-song full-length CD to showcase everything that he's learned thus far in the program.
He's known as the sexy man of CAC, huh?
that's the name. Yeah.
He has several stage names, which I won't go into. Some of them are fictional, of course. But so that song, "Lying to Myself," what was your inspiration for that song?
Lying to yourself, you think you want something, but you know what you really want.
Mm-hmm.
The person you want to be with is with someone else, and you think, whatever, don't need them, but you do.
Yeah.
You do, yeah. So I wrote a song about that, and I think it came out all right.
Oh, that was my favorite song off the whole CD.
Really?
So you mentioned that it'll be available on iTunes.
Yeah.
What will people need to search for on iTunes to find you?
Let's see. Well, my stage name right now is Big Fudge. So I mean,
Big Fudge.
Yeah. Well, that'll probably change by the time.
Yeah, we're gonna change that. Why don't we have them search for the album name? Maybe that will be
Definitely,
a little safer.
Synchronicity.
Synchronicity. So the album name,
Just like the Police.
when it comes out on iTunes, will be Synchronicity, and we're hoping to get that up there within the next 30 days.
Yeah,
so
People are saying you need to speak up a little bit, Alejandro.
You got it.
yeah, get right up on that mic.
Right up on it.
Just like you're in the vocal booth, man. Just right up on it. And it's going to be a really good opportunity for people to really hear what we're all about at the Central Arizona College EIT program, because we're about student success, and being able to get our students to accomplish their goals within the entertainment industry is a big part of why we're doing what we're doing. And because this whole EIT thing is relatively new, not a lot of people understand what it's about and what you can achieve. And Alejandro came into the program with a lot of talent, but no direction. And so one thing we were able to do is we were able to harness that raw talent and focus him a little bit into accomplishing some really great stuff. And some of the songs you've heard already and will continue to hear on this hour today are just a testimony to that accomplishment.
Tell us and somebody up there says, looking forward to seeing you at the Pence Center. Tell us some of the names of some of your songs, because you made all these up too, right?
I did.
Because this is a personal reflection.
Right.
The names of songs are a personal reflection of the person that wrote it. So what's the first one?
I Can Still Roll One.
Okay, we're going to go.
You can.
Excellent, nice. And what's the second one?
Lying to Myself.
Lying to Myself.
Yes, sir.
All right, keep going.
Something's Missing.
All right.
Yeah. Lost in a Strange Land. Ooh, that one's interesting.
I'm starting to get nervous, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe you need some
This one's
counseling.
really gonna get you nervous. The Edge of Panic. Ooh, how about that?
I think he probably is a borderline psycho.
Yeah,
based so
schizophrenia.
far,
I'm going to
based on what's going on.
quietly scoot away from him.
Yeah, right.
Mild schizophrenia. Yeah. Better Off Without You. Just
All right.
Fine. Never Be Alone. That one is, that's creepy. I Won't Worry. And Life is Meaningless, which isn't as morbid as it sounds. but
Wow.
yeah, there's a
Gotcha.
story to that one.
So one thing I wanted to talk to Alejandro about, and I've had him in my class for a couple of years now, and it seems that every time he comes into class, he is working on a completely different genre.
Yep.
And he mentioned mild schizophrenia. I think it's more than mild, because this guy seems to not be able to commit to any style or genre of music. Sometimes he's working on like post-hardcore metal, sometimes he's working on country, sometimes he's working on, you know, pop, rock, and even the first song that he ever did in digital audio for his midterm was completely different than the stuff he works on now. What is going on in that head of yours, and what is it? Do you find it distracting to want to genre hop the way you do, or do you find it enriching that enables you to grow in different directions?
It's actually kind of makes me pretty mad that I can't write in other genres. So I try to write in other genres, and
Okay.
you know, that's really the reason I write in other genres. I mean, I like a lot of stuff. I really do. Right now I'm working on some orchestral stuff, which is completely different from what I did with this project, and I definitely explored that, you know, that multi-genre kind of thing with this album. There's some country stuff on here. There's some, you know, almost R&B. I think number 4 is definitely like that. It's got some R&B in there too, and I'm definitely not an R&B writer per se, but so there's a lot
Heading
of
to
genres.
Motown.
Yeah, and you know, I really wanted to explore that with this, and I think it came out. You can see it, you can hear it.
Yeah, very good.
Wow.
For those of you just joining us, this is the CAClive show on CAClive. We're here with special guest Alejandro Pelayo. He's an EIT student at Central Arizona College's Entertainment Industry Technology program. We're talking to him about his new full-length album he's releasing this month as part of his capstone project, his pop country rock crossover.
Yeah.
I don't know how else we can really describe it other than just playing more songs. Do we want to play one more song for some people?
I want to play 5 more songs.
Oh, well, perfect. What would be a good one to
Number 3.
Let's go. Let's
You
just
don't want to
in
go
order.
R&B with number 4?
That's a longer one. That's
Is
a
it?
long song.
It's all right.
All right. Well, let's.
I mean, it's all up to you guys.
Let's do number 3 first,
and then 4.
and then we'll hit 4 later. So this
All
song
right.
is called what?
Something's Missing.
And what is this about?
This song, I don't know. I just wrote it last night, so
It's about his girlfriend that
yeah. Actually, yeah. There you go. Yeah.
that took off on him.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And she's in Tennessee now,
Yep.
working at a fast food place.
Yeah, definitely. That's it.
Ever since you left me with this ache inside my heart, I've been trying to find peace. We're still 100 miles apart. Ever since I met you, I've been staring down the drain, trying to wash away your smile, trying to wash away the pain. Baby, I'm wasting all my time waiting for my love to change. Still missing in my life, things I'm hoping to find it today. Ever since you left me with this ache inside my heart, I've been trying to find peace. We're still 100 miles apart. But ever since I lost you, I've been sticking your best friend. 'Cause payback is the game and I've been playing for the win. Baby, I'm wasting all my time waiting for my love to change. Still missing in my life, things I'm hoping to find it today. Light me up.
Something's Missing.
Something's Missing.
That was the name of the song. Yeah. Something's Missing. Not that there was something missing from the song, but that's the name of the song.
We've got people out there saying maybe throw in some steel pedal guitar.
Maybe some slide.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I try to emulate that with that little electric.
What the hell? I need some oil on this thing. Check it out.
Some WD-40.
Tin Man. So that song, that was a little more country.
Yeah, definitely.
I think than some of your other pieces on this.
It's interesting
album.
how you go across the the genres there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even within the same album. He draws influences from.
Wonder how that works
places. What are some of your influences musically?
Musically, I'm a metal dude. I really enjoy even old like 80s hair metal. That stuff's always awesome.
You'd never guess by listening
exactly.
to what we
like
just
Def
listened
Leppard
to.
stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. Motley Crue, Poison, but with this, I mean, I don't listen to country at all. Mm-hmm. I can't name one country song, really off the top of my head. I mean, I know a few, but this is the last country-esque stuff that I'll ever do. I really just wanted to see if I could do it.
Don't ever say ever.
Yeah, that's true.
So
never know.
This was basically an experiment for you.
Yeah, I mean, you can say that definitely, but I mean, I liked the way it turned out and everything, but I feel like there's different musical avenues to explore now.
Okay,
now that I've done this. Now I can try to mix this with other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. That was the
kind
whole
of
purpose
cross-pollinate
here.
your genres and come up with maybe something a little pushing
Create
the
your
envelope.
own genre.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
Well, a conversation I've had with Alejandro in the past is if you do what everybody else is doing, what's the incentive for people to listen to you if they've got 80 other artists that are already doing it? But if you do something different and unique and a little bit special, you set yourself apart, and then you're really the go-to artist for that type of music. So if that appeals to people, you're going to be more successful. So if you just emulate every other pop artist that's out there, it's going to be different than if you're really being original and creating your own stuff.
So a question out there from one of our listeners, does Alejandro plan on touring or just recording all of his life?
I plan on, getting a band together and playing these songs as soon as possible.
Really?
Taking it wherever it takes you.
Yeah, exactly. That's the plan. Yeah, and see where that goes. And
Hopefully Europe, right?
Hopefully Europe, yeah.
Hopefully Amsterdam.
Yeah. That'd be nice. Then I can play number one. I can
They
still
can
roll
play
in
that
there.
in the coffee shops, right?
Yeah. But definitely get a band together and play these songs, at any place that'll let us play.
Now, you've got other projects going on as well, too. You're not just doing this project. What else do you have on the
I'm doing
burner?
A post-hardcore band right now.
Okay, what's that called?
Alexa Lies. Although right now we might go by the Doom Squad.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not even joking this time. Yeah,
all right.
The Doom
A
Squad.
post-hardcore band?
Yeah, the screamo, the violent, the pig squeals,
I'm
all that stuff.
glad you didn't bring that.
Yeah.
That's the stuff I listen to.
Is it really?
Oh,
That's his.
Yeah, I guess it is.
That's my background, man.
Chaotica.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's heard some of the stuff we've done, and he loved it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff scares me a little bit.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It scares me, too.
I love it during my horror movies, though. Other than that, it scares the crap out of me.
Yeah, when I go see a scary movie, I just bring my iPod and just 1 year.
I'm just going to play
listen
number
out.
one over and over.
Yep. So Doom Squad. That's
Chaotica
cool.
rocks.
I do.
Thank you, Danny XX. Thank you. So, with regard to touring, would you tour with this type of music, or would you tour with the post-hardcore stuff, or would you do both? Or what is your plan for the future of your music in terms of how do you want to develop this into something that you're doing on a daily or weekly basis?
I mean, ideally, I'd like to do both, but that's kind of hard, Especially with touring, you need if you're doing the whole touring thing, you need members that are committed, and it's hard, for members to think you're committed if you're doing another project on the side.
Right.
So right now, I want to explore this and see where the recording goes with the post-hardcore thing. In terms of touring, though, I definitely want to see if I can get a band together for this country.
Okay.
This country thing, and just take it one step at a time.
That's great. That's great. So why the music industry now? I mean, the music industry is in a state of flux.
Yeah, I have a question.
Definitely.
Being in the position that you're in, knowing how the music industry is, how does a person actually make money when you've got all these digital ways that people can just get your music? Do people buy CDs anymore, really? I mean, I know I do, but it's a little different with a radio station.
Yeah.
Does a normal person buy CDs, or do they get a copy from a buddy?
Well, I can tell you that the album model is dead. It's pretty much going away. People don't buy albums anymore because the only reason they used to buy albums is because there were three or four songs on the album that they liked, and the rest of it was filler. And what it did is now, because of how the industry is changing, it's incentivizing artists to write better songs. Because now you can hop on iTunes and buy any one song you want for 99 cents or above 29. And if you release a 10-song CD and only 3 of the songs are any good, you're only going to draw revenue from those 3 songs as an artist. So it kind of is making you step up the bar a little bit and produce better material.
And that sucks because most artists are writing singles. The 10 songs or 12 songs that they put on their album, they write them to be singles, just to see if they can get it out there and if it can be a hit. And I think in the 60s and 70s, you used to have albums that had a couple singles or whatever, and then the rest of the songs they could explore different avenues and be risky.
I know hundreds of CDs that we own that I go, oh yeah, I like 1 through 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I like 1, 3, and 7.
Right.
And those are the ones that get play.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, although we have a show that's called Rock and Roll 101 where we do B-sides, and I'll tell you what, man, I may know 3 songs out of 50. It's weird. And I know a lot of music.
Yeah.
Well, and what happened to the concept album too?
Exactly.
Because the concept album, no one's writing concept. Well, I shouldn't say no one, but it's the new digital distribution method is kind of making that hard because people. I mean, obviously, your diehard fans are going to download everything that you put out there. But as far as reaching new fans, reaching new people, they're going to ultimately come to hear you on Pandora, or they're going to hear you on somebody's Facebook page, and they're going to want that song. They're going to go into iTunes, and they're going to play little 30-second snippets of all your songs and pick the ones that have the catchy hooks. But reaching a whole new audience as a new musician is kind of hard because nowadays anybody can produce music and get it out there. Because of the whole digital interweb movement, we now have anyone can put their stuff on Facebook. Anybody can put a video on YouTube. So now it's to stand out amongst all of that competition. It's harder.
Yeah, right.
You don't need record companies anymore to produce artists. Now individuals like Alejandro can do it all himself, and the EIT program at Central Arizona College teaches students how to do that.
So how is that hurting the record companies? Are they just going down or what?
They are struggling.
They are
struggling. I mean, they're still making their mega millions off of their Lady Gagas
but the
out
thing
there.
is, now they can't take risks and invest in artists that aren't necessarily,
Yeah, right. We get Alejandro in a meat suit.
Meat suit.
Well,
You'll stand out.
The whole concept of A&R scouting, is gone. You're not going to ever be playing a show at a club and someone's going to walk up to you and say, "Hey, I work at this major label. You got style, kid, and we want to bring you on." Right. That model hasn't worked in about 10 years. I mean, because these companies don't have the investment capital to take chances on unknowns. What they want to do is they're going to wait and watch and see who's doing it well on their own and who's making money.
Who's selling on iTunes, and then grab them.
And then they're going to say, we want some of that money, and we can put our big marketing push behind it, but they already have to be established on their own. They have to be recognized. They have to be touring. They have to have, their own repertoire of downloads to prove that they are succeeding before any label, small or large, independent or major, is going to really care to take a chance with them. And so that's why the industry is changing, so that more and more musicians and producers and students, like we mentioned Matt Butcher, are kind of doing this themselves and bypassing the major label so that we can make our own money. And I've done the same thing.
Gotcha.
I've started Cold Fusion Records a couple of years in 2006, and I'm bringing in revenue from that. I mean, it's all about empowering students to learn how to do this themselves. So do you want to hit another song?
Definitely, number 4.
Let's do number 4. This is called Lost in a Stranger Land, and this is the R&B one that you were talking about?
I wouldn't say R&B. Now that I think about it,
R&B
I don't know why
influenced?
it's R&B. A little bit, definitely.
Okay.
It's a slow jam.
He's got Lionel Richie in there doing a real quick solo.
Yeah.
But you'll think it was him.
Well, Alejandro will be dancing on the ceiling after the show's over.
All night long.
Yeah. So,
okay, here we go.
Lost in a Stranger Land. Very cool.
Great show. Make Dan a permanent host. All right, guys, enjoy this one.
I'm too high to be driving. I'm too tired
Lost in a Stranger Land.
Strangeland.
Strangeland.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I can see why Danny there really likes it.
Yeah.
This is some good stuff.
So
You
what
are a
is
very
that about?
sexy man with
Yeah,
this
I
music
just
going
ooze
on.
sexuality, man.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
He oozes.
Well, Big Fudge, I mean. You know.
Wow, big fudge. That goes without even saying, huh, Dan?
I'm not even going to
I
comment.
mean, Professor Bush.
I'm not even going to comment.
Professor
Professor
Bush.
Bush, that oozes sexuality.
That's awesome, too.
Who's Oh, wow.
Professor Bush and
This
Big
is
Fudge.
CAC Live. Stop, Alejandro.
CAC Live Show on
Wrong show, my
CKLive.com.
friend.
We still have about just a little under 15 minutes, so if you want to call in, 480-745-1033, and the chat line is blowing up.
All right, phone hasn't stopped ringing, so you're
Okay.
forcing me. I'm
All
going
right.
to pick up some lines here, guys.
Well, let me talk to Alejandro a little bit more then, and I want to actually get his diatribe, if you will, of his experience in the entertainment industry program at Central Arizona College. And the reason I want to ask him about this is because a lot of people who are listening in the past and today are interested in what it is that we do in the program. Why do we teach music? What do you learn? And the biggest question I often get is, why do you need a degree or a certificate to be a musician? And Alejandro and I have had this discussion, so why don't you give a candid description of your experience in the program, what you've learned about going through the process, and maybe some advice to other musicians out there who are interested in doing the same thing.
Look, I came into CAC a songwriter. I knew nothing about production, about recording engineering, and I think after the first year, I think I felt comfortable actually recording my own songs and seeing where they went, and musically just exploring different avenues that I couldn't do before because I couldn't control the dynamic frequencies of other instruments and stuff like that. Like, I think number 3 had not a pedal steel guitar, but it had a real twangy electric guitar, and I would never know how to do that before. You know, I mean, that's a recording engineering kind of technique to get that nice tone in there. And for anyone that's really interested in performing or recording, or even there's a lighting part of the program too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, anyone that's interested in that, you're getting quality instructors here that know what they're talking about. And like this guy right here, I mean, the first day he lets you kind of go at your own pace and everything, but he keeps you motivated for sure. Because that was another thing for me, just lack of motivation. And you know, he has a smirk on his face right now because he knows that he had to push me to get this album out. And it's done.
I had to
so.
drop kick him down some stairs a few times.
Yeah. A couple of roundhouse kicks to the face, but
Yep.
it worked. But anyone that's interested, you're getting quality, instruction from really good teachers here. I mean, there's big names there too. Louis Story. I mean, I don't know, what his status is, but he was there the last year. And Rick Moore, he's done a lot of good things too. So yeah.
So what about the program do you feel is beneficial? Because I mean, you and I have had the conversation. We've had it a couple times, and your view on it has changed. At one point, you were like, why do I need a degree to be a musician? So why don't you talk a little bit about that?
That's the thing. My first year, I came into the program thinking that there were going to be record labels just waiting. They were going to be just scouting you.
Right.
And that's not the case at all. What you get
Anywhere.
from this program, exactly.
Right.
What you get from this program is professional equipment that you learn how to use, and if you learn how to use it correctly, which you will, it can rival like the major label releases. I think this sounds all right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's what you're getting from these guys. So, it's a cool program. I can
Cool.
say that. Yeah, it's a genuinely pretty good program.
So we have a caller.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Do it.
Marsha Rollins from Chattanooga. Where's Chattanooga? I should have asked her. Is that Tennessee? Or is that Oklahoma? I don't know where
There's
that
a
is.
couple of them, I think. Because
I don't know
Marsha,
where
thank
that
you
is.
for listening.
She said, wow, that was sexy. And she
Yeah.
said sexy. Very sexy. She said that.
Sexy man.
She said, I wish I were in Arizona to meet you.
Wow. I gotta drive to Chattanooga.
Holy
You got to
crap.
find out where it is first.
Yeah.
And then you got to drive there.
That's unbelievable. And then Cherry Bomb Sherry Lynn called in from San Diego and said, what do I have to do to talk to you about using that last song in our movie we're producing? Is it possible?
Well, I'll
Yes,
tell you what
sir.
I'll tell you what to do.
Ma'am.
I'll tell you how to do
and everyone
this.
else.
And we've got a couple calls in the past about things like this.
Nice.
And
We just want to see a couple come true.
Yes,
Have
that's-
any materialized?
there's yes and no. Yes
Okay,
and no.
well-
but I'm going to actually go out on a limb here, and I'm going to give out my email address. And so anyone who has questions about the EIT program,
Nice.
or
Because Dan gets a percentage. Just kidding. Go ahead.
we've got an under the table contract in the works. No, but I want to be able to answer questions for people even after this show is over. If you have questions about the EIT program at Central Arizona College, or if you do want to use any of these student works in your movies or your productions, we are more than thrilled to be a part of that, because it's additional experience for the students to learn how to set that up and to learn how that works.
And we're not going to lie to you. We're talking to Lionsgate right now about several of the songs, but we're willing to entertain, other movie companies.
Absolutely. We don't want to discriminate against.
I mean, we
against
can
the
throw Tom
independents.
Cruise because he's getting up there. We can throw him aside, and some of these other
Right.
people that want to use these songs because we like you, Cherry Bomb, Sherry Lynn.
Well, Sherry, let me give you my email address. It is Daniel DANIEL .Bush BUSH at Central AZ as in Arizona .edu. One more time for everybody at home who's interested in getting Alejandro's music in your production. It's Daniel DANIEL .Bush BUSH at centralaz.edu. Give me an email. Let me know that you're interested in that song or in any of the songs that the students are doing as part of the EIT program, and I will get you guys hooked up with who you need to talk to so that we can get that. And it's not going to cost hardly anything,
Because we like you.
Because we like you, you're a fan, and because the students really are doing this for an educational experience right now. So it's not like we're going to say, yeah, you can use our song for $4,000 and then royalties, residuals after. No,
That 17% ain't bad.
I think right now they're in the portfolio building stage. Just to say that their song was in a film would be very, very rewarding.
Yeah,
for
that would
them,
be great.
and it would be a great plug as well. So give me an email and we'll get that set up.
Can
Thank
they
you so
still
much for
dial
listening.
after 10 p.m. 1-900-THE-BUSH? Or no?
No, that's been discontinued.
Okay, gotcha.
That's
Okay.
been
Those
discontinued.
900 numbers been gone for a
But
while.
they can keep calling the station here, 480-745-1033. And we'd love to take more of your calls, and we'd love to get more chat going on here.
Let's put another song in.
I'd love to. Which one do you want to...
Number 5.
We're going in order here. We're just cutting through the whole thing. Number 5, The Edge of Panic.
Yeah.
What is this one about?
I don't know. This one I did write last night, or I finished writing last night. I don't remember. Yeah, let's hear it, and you'll be the judge of that.
You really finished it last night?
Yep.
Oh, sweet.
He could have the world inside his fist. He never thought he'd ever be a part of this. Mistakes he's still paying for. When does this end? I let it go and it's still inside of me. Will I ever see through my eyes again? When does this end? I should know what this life would make for me. Will I ever see through my eyes again? She could have been what she wanted to be, but instead she spends her life thinking mistakes she's still paying for. When does this end? I let it go and it's still inside me. Will I ever see through my eyes again? When does this end? I should know what this life would make for me. Will I ever see through my eyes again? It's so much harder to live without it than it was to let it go. I'm shaking right on the edge of panic, and I'm running from.
The Edge of Panic.
Yep.
So you just wrote that last night.
Finished it last night.
Finished it last
Were you
night.
having a panic attack?
Towards the end, yeah.
Because I told him you have to have these done by tomorrow.
That would set one in.
Yes. Well, hey, I just want to take an opportunity and thank everybody for listening to the CAC Live show on CAClive.com today. I also want to remind everyone to check out the EIT Facebook page. You can check us out on Facebook. Just search for EIT at CAC, and you'll find us. And Joe, can you are you friends with us yet on your Facebook page?
Well, let's see.
If you're not, we'll get that set up. You can definitely find us through the KQCK Live Facebook page. If we're not already on there, we'll get that up here for you in a few minutes. I've just invited myself onto Joe's page. You like how I did that?
Absolutely.
And Tom D. Camillo is going to be coming up next with the Pac West show. And next week, Tom will be back with APS representatives, APS, the power company. They're going to be presenting a check of more than $70,000. It's a grant check to help fund the Summer STEM Camp program, which basically provides summer technology camps and such for middle school and high school kids. So it's a really, really great thing that they're doing. It's going to really benefit the community out here in Pinal County, Arizona. And with all that, I'm going to go ahead and sign us off. Thank you, Alejandro, for coming in and sharing your music with us. And remember, if you're interested in hearing more of it, to search for what on iTunes? Synchronicity. And hopefully within the next 30 days, that'll be up. And for Tom D. Camillo, I'm Dan Bush. For Joe C., this is the CAC Live show on KQCKLive.com. Thanks to all our listeners. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time.
Let's take us out with a tune by Alejandro.
To me, so here's a goodbye.